And I grew up loving it. I grew up with it. I grew up wanting to do it. I grew up around fighters, local fighters, well-known fighters. I've met guys like Mike Tyson and Roy Jones. Those guys actually just fought each other. I've been around Don King. That was who my dad's promoter was. And then I grew up fighting myself. I started fighting. My last fight was about my senior year of high school, and that's when it kind of clicked to me that a very small select few of fighters actually get those paydays that you don't work anymore after your career. You know, because a fighter, any athlete period, you're looking at maybe like 21 to like 31 are like your prime years, if that. Sometimes it's like 28, 29. You know, that's in football, that's in basketball. You know, there's certain ages where you're considered over the hump. So you got a very short time period in boxing to try to cash in. And if you don't, you're right back to working a full-time job because there's no pension, there's no health insurance, there's no benefits. It's whatever you made while you were fighting is what you got. And
that's crazy.
It is. Like, you know, my dad had it was supposed to be like a career-ending elbow surgery. And, like, if it wasn't for the fact that he had a full-time job with benefits to kind of, like, pay health insurance to pay for the elbow surgery, that elbow surgery would have been like an $80,000 surgery.
Wow. So your dad was boxing and working a full-time job?
Yeah, so he's the only boxer to hold a major world championship while working a full-time job.
Wow. That is so crazy. That's intense. I mean, to be honest, I don't know how much like preparation or training you would need to go through, but I would imagine it's a lot.
Oh, it's all year round. If you want to separate yourself from the rest of the pack, it's an all year thing. It's a all year round. You're dieting, you're keeping yourself, because the abuse and the miles, that it's almost like a car. If you put too many miles on that new car is not going to last you for a while. And it's the same thing with the boxers. If you're abusing your body and not taking care of it, your body will shut down on you, because it's not normal for grown men to have to cut the amount of weight that they're cutting down to. I mean, you know, for example, my dad's in the 175, 185 walking around, but cutting to 147.
That's like almost 40 pounds.
Yeah. And sometimes, like, cutting it last minute. You know, there's many fighters. You'll be so surprised how many guys are 10 pounds, like, heavier for the week of the fight, and within that 4 or 5 day period, they cut those 10 pounds. You know, there's all the preparation in the gym, the rounds of beating up your knuckles on the heavy bags and the mitts and beating up your body and sparring. All that counts as preparation for the fight. It's not just the fight, you know. And if you want to separate yourself from the rest of the pack, you're doing this all year round. The fighters who are good and the fighters who are average, those are the guys who are only training when they have a fight coming up, only taking boxing serious when they have a fight coming up. But when you see the guys like Floyd Mayweather training 2-3 times a day all year round, you know, Bernard Hopkins, Roy Jones, those elite fighters, those were the guys who stayed in the gym and kept their bodies ready. And when preparation presented itself, they were ready.
Now, when it comes to cutting and going down in weight, and why is it that fighters choose to not stay at a higher class weight and go down? Is that like a power thing? So if you're like
it's definitely, you want to be it's a confidence thing. Two, but it's you want to be the bigger guy. That's just what it is. You want to be the bigger, faster, stronger guy. So roughly think about it like this. If I'm fighting at 160, there's someone out there who's walking around 180, 190, maybe even 200, cutting to 160.
Oh, okay.
I don't walk around that weight. I'm not that big. So there's no way in hell that I'm trying to fight at 160 because we have a 24-hour rehydration period. We weigh in, let's say if the fight's on Saturday, we're weighing in on Friday. So when we're in the ring, we're not that weight. When
Gotcha.
you are fighting at 147, the next day in the ring, we're probably both like 155, 160.
Yeah, I mean, when I see some of the fights for like the featherweights and stuff like that, like me, just regular, just eating regular, going to the gym a few times a week, I'm at like 190, right? And I'm like, geez, man. And these guys are like my height, if not taller, and they're going down to like 140. It's
190, you're 10 pounds away from fighting guys like Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, because the heavyweight classes are 201 and up.
gotcha.
There's no there's no
Right.
and them guys are like 6'9", 6'8", six
Right.
six.
And I'm nowhere near that. I'm like 5'10", on a
Yeah,
good day. So
yeah. And I'm right now. I'm walking around like this is the heaviest I've ever been. I'm like 185 right now. I used to fight at 140.
oh wow. That's 40 pounds, man. That's a lot.